For dinner tonight, which you can see is steaming hot, I had a craving for Chinese food, so I made my own at home. On the bottom, this looks like a huge bowl, but I have a cup of cauliflower rice, or the rice cauliflower. I get it frozen from Costco. I have about 4 ounces of boneless, skinless chicken breast, and about a cup of broccoli, and I mixed it with, I mixed it with a little bit of soy sauce, like 2 tablespoons for the entire meal, and some sweet and sour, maybe like a 1/4 cup. So I'm excited to see. It's not super saucy, but I think once you mix it up with the cauliflower, it'll be really good. And I think this will curb my curb my Chinese craving in half. So yeah, that's what's for dinner tonight. Quick dinner update for tonight. I just had to throw something together because I didn't plan too much. This is the tortilla crusted tilapia from Costco. I have 3.4 ounces, which is, I actually believe that's the exact serving, 3.4 ounces. I'd have to double check that. I have a 1/2 cup of white cheddar mac and cheese because I really wanted some, but I portioned it out, 1/2 cup. And then a side salad with, what kind of lettuce is this? Romaine. It has a little bit of cheese, a few croutons, some bacon bits, cucumbers, and the salsa avocado, what is that? Cilantro avocado Bolt House dressing on top. So that is what's for dinner tonight. It is definitely, this fish is a family favorite for sure. For dinner tonight is taco soup. It is kind of a twist on my chili. Honestly, I used what I had, which wasn't very much can-wise and things like that. When I used to do my chili, if you've been a long-time subscriber of mine, I used to do like a can of hot dog chili in it, and a bunch of you were like, you could easily make it with ground beef. So ever since then I started doing it like that. So I start with the base of lean ground beef. I just brown it up, crumble it, and then I toss in a can of tomato sauce, a can of diced tomatoes. You could totally use fresh on those. I just happen to have a can and it was easier. What else? I did 1/2 an onion. I had leftover corn and black beans in the fridge, so I used that. And then I had a very little, maybe like a cup of mixed vegetables of corn, green beans, peas, and carrot. And I tossed that in as well. I also had 1 can of chicken broth, not even beef broth, chicken broth. I tossed that in. And then to make it a taco soup, so like before in the past, I've had it to where it's super thick. This is a little more on the runny side. You can see here. I put like a taco packet. You would use like 2 taco packets and make it taco soup. So yeah, that is what's for dinner tonight. Pretty healthy, aside from the taco seasoning is on the, the sodium side. And then I just topped it with some Colby Jack shredded cheese. Probably have a few crackers. I like to keep it as low carb as I can for dinner, but maybe a few crackers, especially since there's already beans in there. So that is what's for dinner. For dinner tonight is barbecue meatballs. We've had this before, and typically I'll layer it and make it kind of a like Chinese dish and put it over white rice, but we had instant brown rice. So I got half of a, I don't know if it's a cup, it probably measures out to like 1/2 or 3/4 of a cup of the instant brown rice, 6 of the Italian style meatballs from Costco that was cooking in the slow cooker all day in barbecue and the raspberry chipotle sauce. And then I have fresh green beans with a little bit of avocado oil, salt and pepper, and garlic. And I put those in the slow cooker all day, and then I just sauteed them up for a few minutes on the pan, in a pan on the stove. So that is what's for dinner tonight. Looks delicious. Smells even better. Dinner tonight is taco salad. You guys saw this in the last what's for dinner, but it was so good I had to make it again. So I have 2 cups of shredded lettuce, 5 ounces of extra lean ground beef with a little bit of taco seasoning. I have a 1/4 cup of corn, 1/4 cup of black beans, 1 serving of shredded cheese, 1/2 a small avocado cut up with a couple of tomatoes, and some taco seasoning. Delicious. I'm so excited for this. I meal prepped it to have it again for lunch tomorrow or the next day. It looks delicious. For dinner tonight, we are having braised short ribs in the crock pot. So this is boneless short ribs, and essentially the crock pot had a little bit of soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, some beef broth, garlic, mesquite steak seasoning, and I think that's about it. There's something else I felt like I put, oh, some sweet and sour sauce and a little bit of cornstarch to thicken up the sauce. So I have those, and they are like tender, super tender, falling apart. They were in the slow cooker for like 6 hours. And then I have some brown rice at the bottom. I may end up making myself a little side salad to go with it, but for right now, this is what we are having for dinner, and the girls have macaroni with theirs. Yum. I am eating a late dinner tonight because Emmy had swim class, and I worked out, and I came home and I edited and uploaded, and now I'm eating dinner. So for dinner tonight, I'm having blackened tilapia with some cauliflower rice. And on the cauliflower rice, I put a little bit of taco seasoning. You have to be careful with taco seasoning because it does have a lot of sodium. But the tilapia was just frozen tilapia. We thawed it out, rubbed some blackened seasoning on it, and pan fried them with just a tiny bit of olive oil. So that is what's for dinner tonight. This is what we use for fish tacos. You guys have seen me do fish tacos with this, but this is a different take on it, and it smells, looks delicious, and I'm starving, so I'm ready to eat it.